Aish.
Hello, Andrew.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so pleasure to meet you as well.
You too, you too. Okay. Aish, can you hear me?
Of course, your voice
Great.
quality is emphatic.
Excellent. Okay, good. And am I speaking at a slow enough pace as well?
No worries at all.
Excellent. Okay. So just to confirm, Aish, you want us to do introductions, yes?
Of course.
Okay. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
If you would like to me go first, of course I will.
It's up to you, Aish. Whatever you want to do.
No worries, I would like to go first.
Okay, go ahead, please.
As you know, my name, I'm Ayas and I come from India.
Great, okay.
And basically, I'm a student of English Lit and I'm studying in first year in college.
Excellent. And where is your college, Aish? We're in India,
New Delhi.
New Delhi. And whereabouts in India are you from?
Delhi NCR. New Delhi NCR, you can say.
So you're from the city of New Delhi itself.
Exactly.
Oh, great, okay. Yeah. Tell me more.
In my downtime, I like to being out in nature, listening chirping of birds, and spending time with the silence of reading books.
Right, okay. So that was really good, Aish, okay? But just one thing you could say is, you would say being out in nature. We could say be out with nature.
And be out in nature.
Be out so you're with nature. Where would you go for that? Because Delhi is obviously a big city.
Cause the thing is that the area I'm living is, you can say, in Delhi NCR, like, so that area is a little bit like countryside as well.
Right, okay, I see. And what other hobbies do you have? So you said you like being out in nature,
Mm-hmm.
and you said you like, do you say you like reading as well?
Exactly.
Okay, so what books do you read?
Most of time I like to read philosophy and self-help.
And sci-fi.
Sci-fi so rare.
Right, okay.
Mhm.
So how long have you been interested in sci-fi for?
No, I'm not interested. Not at all.
I thought you said sci-fi and science fiction.
No, no. Philosophy and self-help. Self-help.
So what does that mean? So,
You can say like self-development something. Like the
oh,
books.
self-development. Okay, my apologies. Okay. Okay, great. So, what's your kind of ambition, Aish, in the future? What do you want to do?
I wanna be an English professor. I wanna be an English professor. Wanna be an
All
English
right.
professor.
Okay. Excellent. Great. And where would you like to do that, Aish?
Of course, I would like to, if I get chance, I would go in like UK, US, or in India as well. These are countries on my bucket list.
Great. Excellent. Okay. Well, I mean, you're currently in India now, aren't you? So, okay. Fantastic. That was really good, Aish. Okay. Would you like me to introduce myself?
Sure, please go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So my name is Andrew. I'm from the UK, but I live in South Korea now as I'm a teacher here. I've been teaching English for about 3 years. In terms of my hobbies, I enjoy hiking. I enjoy going to the theatre, so seeing live theatre, and I enjoy traveling as well.
Mhm.
Can I just double check? Today, do you want to do a general conversation or do you want to do the daily news?
Like general conversation.
Okay, great. Okay. So, is there anything you want to talk about?
Exactly. First thing, the things you have mentioned are so cool about theater and hiking.
Okay, so do you like to go? So, let's start with hiking first of all. where do you go hiking in India at all?
Not usual, you can say like occasionally.
Okay, and where do you go for hiking in India?
There are like a lot of like mountain places here in India, as you can like northern part of India. If you go like higher in northern, like upper part, so there are places like Himachal Pradesh, yeah,
Okay, Himachal Pradesh, yeah.
yeah,
And
Uttarakhand,
yeah,
like Uttarakhand as well. These two are famous.
okay. And what are the famous hiking towns up in that area?
Yeah, there are like many towns. So there is a one town I have done my hiking in like past time is the name of that is Manali.
Manali, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what about Shimla? Have you been to Shimla?
Of course, like I have like go further from like Simla as well. I go more like far away from Simla as well at that time.
Because did you find, because I've been to Manali and Shimla myself, and did you find the weather's much cooler there because you're much higher up in Delhi?
Exactly, it is completely for me exotic. I have never ever felt that thing in my life. What I experienced there.
Okay, so again, just a quick correction. Okay, so because you say I have never, okay, you say I have never
Hmm.
felt that.
I have never
Okay,
felt that.
because you're saying it basically after the verb have.
Hmm.
Um, who do you go hiking with?
Uh, at that time there is a like you know like my like school trip.
Okay, great. Okay, so how many of you went on the trip altogether?
Maybe around minimum 70
70. Gosh, and how did you get to Manali from Delhi?
from bus.
Oh, the bus.
Uh-huh.
Was the trip like this?
Exactly. Zigzag,
How
zigzag,
long did that take?
zigzag.
Exactly, the zigzag roads, yeah? How long did that take from Delhi?
It takes a lot of time. Even we stop meanwhile at that time. Like there are stoppages also available. So we take rest to eat something like so, just like barbecue and just again traveling.
Okay, great, okay. Just one thing to point out, Ash, okay? So because you're talking about past experience,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you use past tense verbs, okay? So you could say, it took, oh, sorry, my apologies, let me edit this. Okay, you should say, it took a long time
Mm-hmm.
and we stopped for food, okay? So because you're talking about the past,
Mm-hmm.
took instead of take and we stopped
Mm-hmm.
instead of we stopped for food.
It took a long time and we stopped for food. One
Great.
thing I would like to share with you, to completely honest with you, like I can
Yeah.
speak fluently English, but I like still making these mistakes in grammar. So how can I know about these mistakes? I know about these sentences, like what is the mean of that sentence, what is the.
Yeah.
So how can I be like practically implemented on myself these things?
Well, I think the most important thing to bear in mind is, okay, is when you're learning a language, of course, some people really care about grammar, but some people don't. Because the fact is, even if you make grammar mistakes, you can still be understood. So the meaning of what you're saying is still understood.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like anything, actually. It's just a question of practice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the biggest things to be wary of when you speak is the verbs you use. So, for example, whenever you talk about the past, of course, in English, use completely different verbs. Whenever you're talking about the future, you say "I will" or "I'm going," for example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, don't try to worry too much about that. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to be so concerned about making mistakes that
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to be speaking freely,
Okay.
and that's worse than anything. Once you start getting into that kind of trap of thinking constantly, then you won't be actually making any language.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, can I ask, what's your first language?
Hindi.
Hindi. And do you speak any other languages?
Like it is another dialect, Haryanvi.
Okay, we should speak Haryana.
Exactly, right. Good. You know very well.
And well, yeah, I spent some time in India. So, are they similar languages or completely different?
No, it is like hard, you can say.
Okay, so it's harder than Hindi.
Yeah, completely. It is like completely. You can say you can understand like most of content, but still there are a lot of words and like contractions, which is you can say so hard to understand, and you will feel like that the another person is you can say like like dominating you something like that is you can say a little bit hard language something hard accent.
So you just said a really nice word there, Aish, as well. Okay, contraction. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, when you say he is, he's, there is, theirs. So that's something we use in English as well. So how many languages in total? Is it three?
um, like there are multiple languages in India. If you want to know, there are you can say like Sanskrit. I studied Sanskrit till 8th class.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and after
so
that,
what you said? Yeah.
Sanskrit.
Where do they speak that? Where? Which state?
It is like not speaking purpose. We just study. That is one of the most ancient language of the world.
Really? Okay. So you don't speak it, but you write it.
Yeah, but there is a one like area in South India. There is a like type of like academy or school like they teach Sanskrit and they speak as well in their like daily life, like world is Sanskrit.
Where in India? Where in South India is that, Aish? Do you know which area?
I don't know about obviously, but it is in sound. Like if you search on like internet, you surely easily gonna find it.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Okay. So you speak three languages then altogether: Haryana, Hindi, and English.
Exactly.
Okay. So in your university, so you're studying English literature, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So what literature do you study in the course?
You know, I have studied about like we are studied like still learning from like abridged versions.
Okay. So remember, Aishka, because you're still studying, okay, you would say, "I am studying."
Mm-hmm.
I am studying.
I'm studying.
So are you studying any literature from England at all?
We are studying like what I say, abridged version, like short versions of like any story or like book something. So these type of things we are studying.
And do you study any Indian literature in English at all, or is it all from England?
Um, like these are you can say Indian as well and like US. They also like take like US story, UK as well, like all around writer, like world famous writers.
I'm just curious because obviously the degree is in English literature. What's the language of the other lectures? Is it Hindi or English?
Like when they are teaching.
Yes. What do they speak?
So most of what I do when I'm having like a English class, so just I have like a take decision. I have like so determined about that thing from starting the first session like first year of college. Like I haven't attended any offline classes, so it is completely virtual. So I take that one decision. Like I will utter every single word in English period. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, are there any kind of books which you find difficult, or any other kind of? I mean, do you study Old English at all, or is it all modern day English?
Um, like there is not much like divide, like division. Like what are you saying about medial or something? So these type of thing I will find in like masters.
Okay, so what you mean, Aish, is when you do a master's, you will study more literature, yes?
Exactly.
Okay. So when do you finish the course you're doing now?
Around 2 years more.
So you can say, okay, I have another 2 years.
I'm have another 2 years.
Volunteers. And so the plan after that is you definitely want to do a master's.
Surely, certainly.
And where would you like to do that, Aish?
I would like to do in India, or as well if if I get opportunity, UK or US as well.
Right, okay, so you like to study in those. How do you find university life now? Is it strange because of COVID?
It is completely mundane.
In what way?
Uh-huh. Cause like there is no interaction like with teachers and his colleagues as well. Like there is no cognitive development.
So you mentioned all classes are online, yes?
Surely.
Ugh. How much longer will that be, you think?
I become tiresome from that thing around sometime 5 to 6 hours, 6 hours minimum.
Right, yeah. No, but how much longer will you be having lessons on Zoom, I take it, as opposed to going into the university?
Around 45 minutes minimum.
Okay. So, the lectures are 45 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But do you know when you will be going actually into the university and having lectures in person?
I can't predict about that thing, but I'm assuming it will be open. Like schools are still like again open, but like colleges are still not open.
Okay. It's such a shame, isn't it, that because of COVID, people are having this kind of less interaction with people.
Uh-huh. Surely, indeed.
Yeah, so at the moment you're in your first year.
Pardon me, please.
Are you in your first year at the moment or second year?
I just have completed first year, and I'm
Okay,
waiting for second year. When will it be start?
3 year course. Just out of curiosity as well, do you have any international students on the course from other countries?
Uh, I don't think so. There are like international, and if maybe I have never interact with anyone, but there are
Okay.
like people come from you can say far away area from our India.
Okay, really nice word again. Okay, it's just one thing, just a minor correction to say I've never interacted.
I never interacted.
Because after the verb have, so have is what we call an auxiliary verb. After have, you use a different form of the verb. So interacted is the past participle of the verb.
Okay.
And in terms of kind of, I mean, you seem young. I won't ask how old you are, but tell me about your experiences of going around India.
I'm 19 years old.
19, so young.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Um, and I mean, do you have family elsewhere in India?
Um, yeah, I'm having family, but we are not, you can say, like together family. We are not in joint family no longer. We are living, you can say, with our parents, like divided. Like my uncle is living like another place. Another uncle living is in another place with his along his with his family, and we are living another in another area as well.
Okay. So just point out, Aish, again, okay, you can say, I have family. Don't say we are not. So when you say we're not together, you mean you don't live together, no?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get on with them? Are you close?
Not we just like occasionally meet on any like
Okay.
particular occasion, like
So,
wedding
so,
something.
so Aish, you could say we are not close family.
We are not close family.
Yeah. I mean, what that means is you like your family, but you don't spend that much time together with them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So that's why they can say we're not a close family. Which areas of India do they live in, by the way?
Uh, like some live in New Delhi, some live in Haryana as well, some live in like so these area you can say NCR you can consider most of NCR.
Okay. And how do you find life in New Delhi? It's a massive city, isn't it?
Pardon me, please.
How do you find life in New Delhi?
Yeah, life is it's cool, but due to COVID, everything is hampered.
Oh, because of COVID, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And have you always lived in Delhi as well?
Exactly, from my childhood.
Right, okay. Would you want to live anywhere else in India, or are you settled in Delhi?
If I like, I'm having that one like chance to choose, I would go in. I would like to go in like mountain place.
Okay, so again, really nice, Aish, okay? But you could say, I just say I would like going, so I would like to go
Mm-hmm.
to a mountain area,
I would like to go a mountain area.
to or you could even say mountainous area. So
Mountainous
mountainous
area.
would be the adjective. Where are you thinking, Leh or Sikkim, or which area?
Uh, like near to Manali. Yeah, and one more place which just give me a moment. Like that place is so calm and serene. That is in Himachal Pradesh as well. I forget the name of that one place. That is like so like world people also come like from Norway and many countries. That is so popular.
Rishikesh?
Rishikesh. That is something like similar name. Like it is starting R from, but it is not Rishikesh.
But as me, because India's so big, is it? But you're lucky because you have so many places to visit there as well.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So how do you find India? I want to know from you.
Oh, it was amazing. It really was. The one shock I had, Aish, was the amount of people there.
Mm-hmm.
So the trains were really busy, but I love the food. The food is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So what like what in food like what makes you like so tasty? How do you find tasty food? Like what are the
Oh,
things?
it's fantastic. Oh, the biryanis, samosas, the dals,
Mm-hmm.
and of course the South Indian food is different to the North Indian food.
Surely.
But I mean, compared to my country, it's much cheaper. But
Mm-hmm.
I shall be honest with you, I went to India in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went again in 2017, I noticed the price has gone up a lot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I want to make it one more thing clear. Like I know about grammar things. I can do or if there is like 10 question, I can do around sometime 8 or 9 or maybe sometime 10 as well, like correctly. But how can I like implement this thing on like speaking? How can I gradually learn about grammar to?
Well, it's just practice, Aish. Like I said, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, the whole thing about becoming an English speaker is by continuous practice, and the fact that you're open to correction is fantastic
Like
as well.
speaking.
But what I would say, Aish, is don't get too paranoid about it. Because I think if you do that, that's going to be a problem because you won't be speaking it then, okay? Because like I said, you are easily understandable. Like I understand everything you say.
Mhm.
So just
I
continue
never
practice
face
listening
any
to correction.
problem. Like if I have to describe something, easily I can describe. Another person can easily understand. But I
I,
want to look for like proficiency. That is the thing.
I'm afraid we're coming to the end of our lesson now, okay? So I just wanted to say I really enjoyed chatting to you. Just to summarise, I know you're a student at Delhi, you love reading and about philosophy and self-development, and you love the rural parts of India as well,
Mm-hmm.
and you have family spread out, and you hope to study in the UK or the US one day. So good luck to you with that.
You are such a
Um,
organized
um,
tutor. Like
um,
so organized
um,
tutor.
do you have any questions at all, Aish?
Um, You can like tell me more about grammar, like when reviewing session.
Yep. Okay. So just be careful with your past tense verbs as well. Okay. When you're talking about the past, to use the correct verb form.
Okay. Go, Chad.
But apart from that, all good, Aish. Okay, you're doing really well. Okay, just keep on practicing.
So I just have to keep like speaking, not thinking much about grammar.
Yes, exactly. Don't get too bogged down by grammar. Yes.
Thanks a lot for your cheer up.
Okay. Take care, Aish. Bye bye. Speak to you
Bye.
soon.